This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesianicristo.
Welcome to INC Radio Oregon, where our brethren from different parts of Oregon, Washington, California, Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming greet you. Come get to know all of our brethren from the Ecclesiastical District of Oregon and explore our activities, experiences, and sceneries. This is Oregon. Welcome to INT Radio Oregon. We thank you all for sharing your precious time this Saturday afternoon with us, and we hope that you enjoy our topic and discussion today. I am your host, Sister Jillian Pimentel, and your participation in our live chat is not only welcome, and it will be very fun to read all of your interactive comments. Go ahead and share your greetings and engage with us during our conversation today. Your input will be read on air for us to also read to everyone else, making you an integral part of our discussion. Also, don't forget to hashtag your local congregation and your group worship service so that we know where you guys are watching from. So, into our topic for today, we've already enjoyed our summer, and now that it is almost done, or maybe already done for some of our students, you know what that means. It's back to school season for all of our students. And whether you're in kindergarten through 12th grade, college, or university, attending vocational school, or a returning student, we all go through this period of change where we must now prepare for our studies. Now, why don't we go ahead and get to know some of our students in our district and see how they're preparing for this upcoming school year. We have some great panelists with us today, so let's go ahead and start introducing them. Sister Gigi, thank you for joining us. Go ahead and do your introduction.
Hello, my name is Sister Gigi, and I'm from the locale of Hillsboro, Oregon. I'm the District Binhi Vice President, and I'm also a TSV officer in my locale. Hi, Lola. I miss you guys so much in Juneau, Alaska. And hi, Mom and Dad and Nanai. I also want to say hi to my tita who's in Alaska and her twin sister in Austin, Texas. I miss you guys. I love you. I can't wait to see you in October.
Thank you, Sister Gigi, for your introduction. And also, we have Sister Chloe with us. Hello. Thank you for joining.
Hello, my name is Sister Chloe. I'm from the local congregation of Beaverton, and I'm a CWS choir member and a local secretary. I'd like to greet my parents, Sister Rachel and Brother Geary. I'd also like to greet my grandparents, Brother Benning and Sister Teresita, and all my family in the Philippines and in Australia.
Thank you both for joining us today in our show, and we also would like to introduce our Sister Flo, who is also joining us in our panel.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We hope that you're all having a great day here in the District of Oregon. It's actually beautifully sunny. And for those of you, good morning in the Philippines, good afternoon, good evening. And we hope that you will enjoy our discussion, especially with our Sister Gigi and Sister Chloe and our lovely host today, Sister Jillian. So I'm going to turn this over back to Sister Jillian, and we're going to chat all afternoon about going back to school. So Right back to you, Sister Jillian.
All right. Thank you, Sister Flo. And I would also like to say my greetings as well to my parents, Brother June, and Sister Annalisa from Rosewood Group Worship Service, as well as my Nanay Sister Letty. I would like to send my greetings to our resident minister, Brother Paulo Acosta, and his wife, Sister Lexi Acosta, and also to their two little girls, Kayla and Aaliyah. And why don't we go ahead and go back into our topic now? So before we start with our questions, I wanted to start off with a quick game for our live chat today. So those in our panel are also free to play. And so we have three school-related terms, words and phrases. And as I was writing them, I accidentally wrote them out of order. And so now I need help to unscramble the phrases or the words that are listed here. So go ahead and take a couple seconds to go ahead and look at this and make sure that you're trying to solve our puzzle today. Make sure you also listen closely to our broadcast because there might be some hints. And before the end of our show today, we'll go ahead and reveal the answers and you can see which ones you got right. And
Wow,
so,
Sister Jillian, you really did a great job of scrambling these words. I have no idea. We're gonna
I'm
give it a
having fun.
try.
Oh, yeah.
How about if you flash it one more time for our live chat there, and we'll ask them to put in their answers. And also, I'd like to add that if you put in your answer with your hashtag your local congregation and group worship service or wherever you may be. We know that you are participating with us. So I can see our panelists are trying to scramble the words. Okay. We're gonna, when do you plan to give the answers out, Sister Jillian?
Yeah, so thanks for asking, Sister Flo. Here are the scrambled phrases once again, but we are going to be revealing the answers to these at the end of our show. So make sure that you all stay tuned until we reach the end of our broadcast to see if you got the right answer.
Yes. Alrighty.
All right, we'll go ahead and flash this visual again in the middle of our broadcast to make sure that you have been able to see this a little bit more. But why don't we go ahead and finally get to know some of our students in our district? And so we are all wondering, Sister Gigi and Sister Chloe, for our viewers who might not know you guys or know what grade you guys are in yet, what grade are you guys in? So let's go ahead and start with you, Sister Gigi.
I'm a sophomore in high school, Paul.
Oh, a high school student. Okay. And what about you, Sister Chloe?
I'm a freshman. Well,
And a fresh high school student. Okay, Sister Gigi and Sister Chloe, welcome to high school for year one and year two. Um, as the beginning of the school year is now around, I would like to know, what are you guys both looking forward to in this school year? Are there any particular things that you're excited for, or just kind of anything that you're kind of really looking forward to? Let's go back to you, Sister Chloe.
I'm looking forward to my new classes and clubs. And I'm also looking forward to meeting new faces and people and peers. And some of the classes I'm really excited for is filmmaking, math, and English.
Oh, those sound like a great assortment of classes, and thank you for telling us what you're excited for. Sister Gigi, how about you? What are you looking forward to?
I think I'm really looking forward to the upcoming track season because I'm a thrower. I do javelin and shot put, and I'm planning on doing maybe 4x1 and discus. And I'm also looking forward to AP Psych.
Oh, wow, AP Psych. That sounds like a challenging course. And I heard that you're also a track athlete. I was also a track athlete back in high school as well. So it's nice to hear that you were a thrower here also. So considering that we are going to be probably talking about how to balance our extracurriculars later on in our show, why don't we talk about one of the primary things of getting an education and learning, which is trying to study all of the material that we're learning. And so I'm curious as to how you guys kind of navigate through this and what type of methods do you incorporate in your study sessions. So Sister Chloe, how about you? How are kind of studier are you?
I love to take notes during class, and I like to refer to them after after class and after and before some tests or assignments I need to do. And I like to also use planners and calendars to organize my dates and deadlines so I can make sure I get everything in on time.
Oh, nice. So you and Sister Flo are pretty similar as you both use kind of planners to kind of keep on track of stuff. And I know that that is such an efficient way to try and keep track of all the stuff that you have to do, especially if you are busy students like the both of you. And so, how about you, Sister Gigi? What kind of studying methods do you like to use?
Like Sister Chloe, I really enjoyed taking notes, and this year I've resolved to be a better academic, I think. And I usually look over my notes after class and add anything else that I may or may not have that I may have missed. And when I'm studying, I like to use the Pomodoro technique, where you am I allowed to talk? Okay. Where you study for a prolonged period of time, maybe 20-30 minutes, and for like 5 minutes, you take a break. And usually during that time, I try not to go on my phone. I just get up and stretch and let my mind reset so I'm refreshed and ready for the next topic.
Oh, nice, Sister Gigi. And I heard that there was a certain studying technique that you use. Could you mention the name of that again?
The Pomodoro technique po. Pomodoro technique.
Ah, the Pomodoro technique. Totally not random at all, but for our viewers, why don't we go ahead and look at our visual once again? Here's another look at this to see if you can try and figure out what kind of words we have scrambled over here.
Oh my God,
So,
I got it.
oh, thank you, Sister Gigi, for giving us some slight little hints for our broadcast today. And so, why don't we go ahead and move on to what the both of your guys' high school life is like? So, especially for you, Sister Chloe, I know that you are just entering high school, a new high school student. And so, how were you able to adjust to this new environment compared to your education in your middle school?
Although my transition was a little less than other people may experience, since I have my school is a middle school and high school, I still had to experience that big jump between the class intensity and the new people that may come and the people that may have left. And I also need to adjust to the teachers and get to know them so that I can carefully study and learn best.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing that you said also is kind of getting to know your teachers. And teachers in your school are supposed to be the ones who allow you to make that transition a little bit easier, and getting to know them and kind of knowing how they are is another way to get really comfortable in that new environment as well. So I'm really glad that you mentioned that, Sister Chloe. For you, Sister Gigi, I know that you're currently a sophomore, but how was that transition for you whenever you were going from middle school into high school?
I'd say that it was pretty scary. I will be real. I I think that my transition into high school was a lot less smooth than I imagined it to be, especially since I'm not from here. So I grew up with the thought that, oh, I'm gonna go to school with the people that I'm in elementary school with. I didn't. So having to navigate relationships definitely was a huge part of it for me. Besides, like, navigating my classes, getting to know my teachers, and getting a hold of my academics, I think a big part of transitioning was my social life.
Yeah, I think I agree with that, especially whenever you're trying to navigate these new environments, trying to find out what your social life is going to be like with this new group of people is one of the hardest and probably scariest things about kind of entering a new environment. And so bringing to light on that, I would like to also add that, some of your best friends throughout life also come from high school as well. And you really get to make those new connections, especially if it might seem scary at first. Just being able to kind of absorb yourself in the environment and saying that this is for my education and we're all learning here. We're all in the same boat. We're all freshmen, we're all sophomores, and we're just trying to get through this school year. I think kind of reassuring yourself with that thought is also something that is able to allow you to be more comfortable as well. And so, while the both of you have been sharing some of the positives and lights and also some of the challenges about high school, there's also some easy and hard parts about high school as well. So, back to you, Sister Gigi. What do you think has been the easiest thing about school for you so far?
I think the easiest thing about high school for me so far has got to be extracurriculars. I now that I'm thinking about it, definitely extracurriculars. I was in Stuco Student Council last year, and out of everything that I had done freshman year, it was definitely one of the most fun and easiest things that I decided to do. I really enjoyed, connecting with other people and, helping my community and school.
Yeah, exactly, Sister Gigi. And kind of like what you touched on earlier, like student council allowed you to find something that you really enjoyed, which, of course, makes high school a bit of an easier experience. How about you, Sister Chloe? What is one of the easiest things about school that has been for you?
One of the easiest things I've experienced in high school so far is navigating my classes and resources, and also my teachers and other tools I may need to use in class, especially since I have a small school and we have many online materials. I find it really easy to navigate through all of my academic tools and resources.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good opportunity, especially in school. Being able to turn in those assignments and having that be one of the easiest things about school is such a blessing. And I'm glad that you're able to do that, especially for your first year of high school. Before we continue on with hearing some about the hardest things about school for you both, why don't we go ahead and read some of our live chats because we have a lot of you chatting with us over there. So, Sister Flo, could you please help me out with that real quick?
I sure can. And we'd like to just say thank you for blowing up our live chat there. So thank you so much for your participation. We love to have your engagements throughout our broadcast. So please continue to help us there. And you can even chat with one another there and say hello. So, and send out your greetings as well. And so I'd like to just point out our first honor live live chatter. Uh, that we notice on the there is Sister Mary Jane Angeles. She is from the local congregation of Hillsboro, and also the wife of Brother Danny J. Angeles, the resident minister there in Hillsboro. So thank you for being first honor, and so it pays off to be there early joining us. Actually, she was already chatting or just dropped in early before the show started, so thank you so much. Let's also go to and say hello. I'd like to just point out the grandfathers of our sisters here, um, who's joined us. I know, right? Sister Gigi, isn't that making you tickled here? I'd like to also say hello to Brother Felix Lim, grandfather of Sister Gigi. So thank you for joining us. He's coming in from Juneau Group Worship Service, District of Alaska. And yay, we were once upon a time Alaska too. So thank you for joining us. He's the resident minister there from the Group Worship Service of Juneau. And also, we'd like to say hello to Brother Benny Ramones. Hello, Tatay. He's the grandpa of Sister Chloe Cruz. So you want to wave over there for your grandparents or grandfathers joining us. And, they play a big part in our lives as well. So thank you for joining us. I'd like to just say hello to Brother Andrew Wynn from the District of Virginia. They're in the local congregation of High Point, and he is saying he's joyously watching our satellite program today. So thank you for joining us. it's on the other side of the United States. So right now, I believe it is almost 6 p.m. there. Sister Carol Villanueva from Beaverton Locale. Sister Rachel, another avid supporter of INC Radio Oregon, and also the mommy of Sister Chloe. Hi, Sister Rachel. I'm sure Brother Brother Yuri is also watching too. Say hello, post. Brother Jake Cruz, resident minister of Portland. Sister Claire Cruz, the lovely wife of Brother Jake Cruz in Portland. And we have a Kamilan. Not sure where he or she is coming from, but
That's
thank
my
you.
mom.
That's your mom?
I
Oh,
think so,
hi,
yeah.
Mom. Didn't
Hi, Mom.
realize that's mom. Hi, Mom. Thank you for joining us. See, it pays to be guest here, and our moms and dads are supporting. And I know Sister Jillian's mom and dad is also supporting too. So, hi, Mom and Dad. We have Brother Antonio uh, or Brother Antonio Montion Jr. Not sure where he's coming from, but hello, Paul. Brother Rod Reyes, our resident minister of the local congregation of Vancouver. Thank you, Paul. And of course, I already greeted Brother Danny, but I'll give you another greet as well. Brother Danny Angeles from Hillsboro, local congregation of Hillsboro. And all the way down from Melbourne, Australia, is my really good friend, Sister Emmy Luz Sanchez. Hello. Hello, my dear. I hope you're doing well there. Thank you for joining us. And Brother Armand Kagingin, resident minister of Beaverton. Thank you, Paul. And let's see, Sister Marietta Miller from Medford Group Worship Service, Sister uh, Lovejoy Yaneza from Hillsboro. We have someone from Austin, Texas. Ka Ainako. I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Tita Ai.
Oh, is that your Sister
Opo.
Gigi?
That's my aunt that lives in Texas po.
Oh, hello. See, we got some great supporters joining us. Yay! And then, of course, okay, we'll get to those unscrambling words in a bit. And then I wanted to say hello to Brother Warren Maneja from Oregon, local congregation of Oregon City. Thank you so much for joining us. Brother Alan Dasmariñas from Portland. Brother RX Estrada from Oregon City. And then, of course, Brother Mario Oka. Hello, Brother Mario Oka. Very early morning there in the Philippines. Hello, Paul, from the local congregation of Brixtonville, district of Caloocan North. And Sister Maylie Rose from Vancouver. She is the wife of Brother Rod. Hello, thank you. And Sister Felma. Hi, Sister Felma. Good to see you here, Paul, from Beaverton. And I wanted to say, Brother Andrew is saying that the Iglesianicristo Creative Christian Planner is one that the church have as a planner, so we can go and use that. I'm waiting for the 2025 version if it's not already out yet, but I plan to get that. And hello, Brother Nerio Kitoriano from Great Falls Group Worship Service. Sister Rachel as well. Sister Rachel says, high school life, so fun, and you get to meet your forever friends. And that's true. Sister Lucy Ansteta from local congregation of Charlotte, there in the District of Virginia. Hi, Sister Lexi Aquesta. Sister Lexi, wife of Brother Paulo Aquesta, our multimedia advisor from Albany, Eugene Group Worship Service, Roseburg Group Worship Service. All right. We're going to continue on in a little bit more. I'll do couple more greetings. Brother or Ka Hernsi Tiansung from Boracay Island, all the way from Boracay. I've been there. Wow, I hope it's beautiful out there, sunny and blue waters. Sister Jennifer Castillo from Fruitland group worship service there in Idaho. And I need to say this one more. Sister Margie Giron from the local of Norcard, District of Benguet, Philippines. So we have a great array of brethren joining us from different parts of the world. Thank you so much. And I'm going to turn this over to Sister Jillian to talk some more with our guest panelists. Sister Jillian?
All right, thank you, Sister Flo. Before we continue, I'll go ahead and show this one more time
One more
before we go
time.
and show our answers at the end of the show. Um, be sure to continue to interact with us in our live chat, and if you have found the answers, go ahead and answer them as well. So back to our questions with Sister Gigi and Sister Chloe. So we were in the middle of talking about what are some of the hardest things that you guys had to go through with high school. And I know that you've touched a little bit on that as well. But Sister Gigi, how about for you?
Some of the hardest things, maybe maintaining a social life. I think this year I've noticed that I definitely have grown kind of distant with my friends, and since I've become more involved with my studies than last year, which is totally not a bad thing, but I still I still would prefer to have a little more interaction with my friends than right now, because we don't not everyone has the same classes because of the classes I choose to take, and or we just don't have enough classes together or the same lunch.
Yes, and I think that was one thing that I may have gone through in high school as well, because I went from having maybe all my classes with my best friend to having barely any in high school. So, kind of having that different classes can kind of contribute to that sometimes. And how about for you, Sister Chloe? How about one of the hardest things for you?
I agree with Sister Gigi because I also don't have many classes with my friends, and it can be hard to socialize or get to know or like talk to them in school. But also, something that's really hard for me is procrastination. Even though I said that I really like to organize myself, it's really hard to follow through with my plans, as sometimes I feel like I can't do them because I feel like I shouldn't really be doing this. I think I need to improve on that this year.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that a lot of us can really relate to. It's the procrastination and being the hardest part of high school. I know I had my fair share of that in high school and maybe even in college as well. But it's one of the things that you just have to get through and kind of motivate yourself to do. You know, this phrase that many people say is consistency is key. Um, Definitely easier said than done, but once you put your mind to it, it definitely does help. And so before we kind of move on from this high school topic, I did want to add in a little bit of my thoughts as well. As I finished my 4 years of high school almost 4 years ago now too. And for talking to the both of you, it's like talking to my younger self. And I just wanted to encourage you both to really go ahead and cherish every single moment that you guys have of high school. Even though it might seem, oh, the school is so hard and the assignments are so hard, but you're going to miss that. Surprisingly, you're going to miss assignments. And so just being able to say, I went through those 4 years of high school and being proud of that and cherishing every moment would be my advice to you guys. And I also wanted to talk to Sister Flo about this as well. I know that you said that you mentioned that you went to college twice. So could you go ahead and explain that for us?
Yeah, not, I don't think a lot of us know that I did do that. I was surprised myself. So, um, I'm no longer in school, by the way. However, I just wanted to just share that right after high school, I went to college and I took up some business courses and I took up accounting. And I really was so interested in just getting to what I wanted to do. So I took up accounting and I exactly went into that field. And it was a good 20 years of my life that I did accounting. And I felt that I was so hungry for more schooling. It sounds funny to you folks. I'm so hungry for more schooling, but I wanted to learn more. And so in my mid 30s, I went back to college again, and I decided to take on something in medical. And no, not nursing. Um, Although my mom wanted me to do nursing, I decided to take on health information technology. And just so you know that I was surprised myself that I actually went through it, and I'm glad I did. Um, I was, in the middle of my life. I was married. I had children growing up. They were in elementary school. I had a full-time job, and I had full-time church duties. I did all of that. And it took me a longer time than the traditional um, study or the plan timeline of what my degree was, which was health information technology. It was an associate's degree. Um, I did all that, and I'm glad I did that. And to put the to top it off, I was able to graduate with honors and still do pretty close to 4.0 GPA. And I have to say that I want to encourage for our brethren and our listeners who are maybe even having the slightest idea of wanting to go back to school. Go do it. It's doable. You can do it. And I promise you, your children, your family members will be the ones who will support you to do that. Just make sure you put duty first, because when you put duty first, you become way more successful and better than what you thought in the beginning. Because I know it's really hard to juggle all of that. And I couldn't have done it without our Almighty God. So a lot of prayers and a lot of late nights. And you can do it. Just a little bit more sacrifice is what you need. And if you want to go for that goal, go for it. So I want to encourage everyone who's thinking of that, who may be a little bit more advanced in the ages of our guests and our host here, that it's okay. It's actually going to be good for you. Back to you,
Right.
Sister Jillian.
Thank you, Sister Flo. And we all applaud you for, achieving all of that, Sister
I'm
Flo.
so
And
humbled for it.
yes, we applaud you, and you did an amazing job. And all of that encouragement for returning students as well. I feel like
Mhm.
some people might be discouraged where they're in a classroom full of fresh 18-year-olds just starting their college. But when really we're all just trying to learn, we all just want to learn
Yeah.
new things and kind
Yeah.
of, yeah, we all just want to know a lot. And
By
so,
the way, Sister Jillian, I wanted to just put this in. When I went back to college a second time around, I had to compete with the younger students. It's kind of maybe nerve wracking a bit, but it's okay. You do as better because you go in with more experience of life, and that you know how to juggle things. And so you got that under your belt, go for it.
yeah, technically, returning students have an edge over those fresh college
Yeah.
students, of course. And one of the last things that I wanted to hear from our high school students is, while you are continuing in your education journey, so far, what has been your biggest lesson and takeaway from being a student? So we'll go ahead and start with Sister Chloe. I'd want to hear from you for this one.
The biggest takeaway is probably um the many friends and many lessons overall that you will learn in your whole high school life, how your your systems of organization, and how you talk to people, and just getting to know yourself through schooling is a really big takeaway for me.
Yes, through schooling, you really get to know yourself, and that is definitely a big lesson that everyone can learn. For you, Sister Gigi, what has been one of the biggest lessons?
One of the biggest lessons for me personally would probably have to be believing in myself more. That, of course, I pray to God and I believe that He's going to help me because He does help all of us. We're His children. But I think that if you're not confident in yourself, then how is He supposed to propel you forward? God is there to enhance your skills. So for me, the biggest takeaway from my high school career so far is to believe in the skills that God has blessed me with and believe that He's going to help me get farther in my path.
Yes, thank you, Sister Gigi. Beautifully said. And I wish you both a wonderful high school journey as you continue in this year and also as you finish out high school. Before I want to move on to my last little spiel of our broadcast today, I can't forget to give you all the answers to our scrambled phrases. And so the answer to number one is education. The answer
Yay!
to answer to number two, we have school supplies that we
I
all
thought it was
need.
esophagus.
It looks like it. And then number three, Sister Gigi hinted at this earlier in our broadcast, and it is the Pomodoro method. And so, thank you for participating in our little game for today. And before we go ahead and end our broadcast, I also would like to say that as members of the Church of Christ, we should always continue to pray to our Almighty God that He'll keep us safe during our travels and even in our school surroundings. And that, as Sister Gigi and Sister Chloe was mentioning, that our Almighty God will give us the strength that we need to be able to do well. And if we really want to do that in high school, that we should go ahead and pray and to believe in what He can do for us as well. And so let's continue to pray that our Almighty God will grant us the knowledge and the wisdom that we need as well in performing our duties. And so, as we go ahead and end off our discussion, I'll go ahead and hand it off to you, Sister Flo.
All right. Thank you so much. And I'm going to be really excited to see the both of you, Sister Gigi and Sister Chloe, when you're on your graduation day. We'll be all proud of you. So have fun. Have fun while you're at it in high school. All right. Before I mention our activities coming up, I'd like to just say one last several that's joining us or greeted us there on our live chat. Sister Priscilla Batan from Rizal, there in the Philippines. Brother Gino Ramillo, our assistant district minister. He's coming in from Boise, Idaho. Thank you for joining us. Also, I wanted to just say hello also to Brother Moises Cadosale, our district minister. Thank you so much. And of course, another supportive dad, Brother June Pimentel. And I saw mommy there, Sister Annalisa Pimentel, there supporting their children. Sister Hera Brennan, hello, sis, from Eugene Group Service. And everyone else joining us. So thank you so much. I hope that you folks had fun on that unscramble words. So I think the next time Sister Jillian gonna unscramble some more words in the future. But let's go on with our activities coming up, and I hope that all of you will join us in the activities and coming up. So let's go for this. Tomorrow, the Oregon City local congregation of Oregon City, they will have a city walk at the Telecom Bridge there in Portland. I feel like I want to go walking too over there. And so they'll be having that. I encourage all of you to take some great pictures out there and share them with us. I know there's good sceneries out there. On September 29, we'll be having our district multimedia conference and socializing. It's going to be at 5 p.m. at the Portland Function Hall. So we encourage everyone to join us, whether you're already in multimedia or aspiring to be one. Come join us. You'll be learning a lot of things about multimedia. And of course, INCRadio falls under the umbrella. So come join us. Then on September 29, local congregation of Beaverton will be also having their CFO sponsored evangelical mission there at their place of worship. on October 5 already. Local congregation of Hillsboro will be having their CFO socializing, and their venue will be at the Columbia Farms. You pick. So I'm kind of curious what they'll be socializing about. Maybe I'll go join them too. And then, of course, on October the 13th, we're going to have our district unity games bowling edition. So please join us. This is going to be at the Park Lanes bowling center there. And it will be from 2 p.m. in the afternoon. So that's on a Sunday. So come out and join us, and we'll have some bowling activity fun there. So we look forward for everyone to be with us. And I'd like to also send out some birthday greetings coming up. And while I find those birthday greetings, we'd like to extend, hold on, our birthday greetings. We just had a birthday yesterday, September the 20th, and I believe that was Brother Mark Brennan. I saw him celebrating his birthday yesterday from Eugene Group Worship Service. So happy birthday to you, Brother Fernand Tubiera, head deacon over there in local congregation of Beaverton. His birthday is coming up on September 25. And one of our littlest Sister Michaela Acuesta from Eugene Group Worship Service, September 26th. I think she might be turning, help me out, Sister Billion, 3 or 4. But she's our little sister. So happy birthday to all and everyone that's celebrating their birthdays coming up. And I'd like to just say a very special thank you to Brother Eduardo B. Manalo, our executive minister, as well as our brother Angelo Eranium B. Manalo, our CFO coordinator, SEBSI CEO and president. We thank you so much for always supporting us here in this part of the world, here on INC Radio, for giving us a chance to have platforms like this. And thank you to everyone who's joined us here on INC Radio Oregon. We love your company. Continue to join us again next week. And after this episode, make sure to share this program link with your friends and family. And if they're not a subscriber yet, have them subscribe to INC Radio DZEM 954 on the YouTube channel. And coming up in about 15 minutes is INC Radio Alaska. So please join them there because it's Sister Gigi's grandpa's district as well. So have a great weekend. Enjoy. Thank you, Kuya Tex, for assisting us. And to our live chatters, our viewers, avid listeners, thank you. See you all next week. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.
Thank you po.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.